Hey everybody, so I'm here again, been powering out a few videos here and kind of on some different stuff, kind of different tastes or whatnot, opening a package here, opening a package there, and new knife and whatnot. I had made a purchase just before or just after the Cali 3 actually, for a Spyderco Sharpmaker here, and on top of that, two ultrafine rods for the Spyderco Sharpmaker to go beyond that fine edge that the fine rods already give you. We have the ultrafine for an even more polished edge. Eventually I'll work my way up to those so expensive diamond rods, but as of now I'm going to test out these ultrafine rods and see how those go on my knives. And this actually worked out perfectly because after buying the Cali 3 and hearing about ZDP 189 being fairly difficult to sharpen, some may differ. I see some people say it's not hard to sharpen at all, but I think that's probably because if you can maintain a ZDP 189 edge without letting it go dull, then you're in good shape. You can work off of what you got. But in the case that maybe the ZDP 189 does get dull, or maybe one spot or whatever, you're gonna need harder ceramics to cut that blade, sand it down or buff it out or whatever. Ultrafine rods and diamond rods, they're a lot harder than the already extremely hard fine rods that you get in the Sharpmaker. I already do own a Sharpmaker, so either this one or the other one will go up for sale probably later. I actually bought this from Cutlery Lover. So you guys know Jeff, you guys know who Cutlery Lover is. Just last week, sometime or during this week, I can't recall, he had put up a video selling a few items, and the Spyderco Sharpmaker, he was selling his Spyderco Sharpmaker and was also throwing in the ultrafine rods. So very good deal. He sold me both the Spyderco Sharpmaker here and the two ultrafine rods for $55, and that was shipped. So the Spyderco Sharpmaker on average goes for about $60 to $70 on eBay, as from what I've seen, and these ultrafine rods themselves go for about $30 on eBay, shipped. So both are pretty expensive. So if you were to buy both of these new, you're looking at about almost $100. So although these are used, and the Spyderco Sharpmaker here is heavily used, and as you can see here, the fine rods are too. You can see some of the metal that that Jeff has left on some of these. I'll open this up too. The one that I bought from Cutlery Lover is used quite a bit, as you can see. Like, these are the fine rods. You can see all the excess metal. So he did use these quite a bit. Surprised to see that I was selling them, but despite that, cosmetics don't bother me. They're still gonna work just as great. I either may sell this one that I bought from Cutlery Lover, or my other one, which is still very new. I barely used it at all. It's nowhere nearly as used as this one here. But I mainly, made that purchase because he was throwing in the ultrafine rods that were, $30 brand new. So now, how can you pass up $100 new? I mean, although used, it's gonna still perform the same for $55. So that was awesome of Jeff, and that was shipped. He offered 55 shipped, and eating PayPal fees. So I actually added a little bit more just to even out his PayPal fees because he was already being so generous. And being as nice as he is, the few items that he did sell, it seems that he typed out a note for us, and or for those who we bought from. And obviously you're not going to be able, well, I guess you can try reading it backwards, but basically it's thanking us for purchasing the items that he did sell, because he needed to raise money for a transmission for his car. If you watch Jeff's videos, Cutlery Lover, you know that he had run into a little financial rut because of his car, and so he had to sell a few things in order to put money towards it. And so he was nice enough to actually, personally type up this and send it to all those who purchased the items, because he was able to raise enough money to fix his transmission, and well, I shouldn't say fix, and enough to buy it. And so he puts on here, even laughs about it, that he still has to install it, but yeah, so he's pretty much just thanking us for buying what we bought, and you know, hoping that we enjoy it and whatever. And you know, he put Jeff Cutlery Lover, and then signed it there. So obviously it's backwards there, but you can see it. Jeff Smith, Cutlery Lover, and then his signature. So I don't know if Jeff will ever get around to seeing this video, because obviously he has a lot of people watching his vids, and you know, 29,000 somewhat subscribers. It's pretty, you know, I couldn't imagine him seeing a lot of the smaller people, but he's at least kind enough, you know, just to, you know, do notes like this. And he's very good at messaging and, you know, comments where he can, and, you know, especially when it's needed. He was very pleasurable to work with. He was very on top of things. He actually even offered free gloves or a Kubaton with, you know, the first 2 buyers, and that's at, you know, free. He was throwing that in for free. I was the first person actually to email him or send him a message asking to buy one of the items. I think there was like 6 items he was selling, or 7, I'm not sure. But I did have work later that night, so I had to leave when he messaged me that he'd forgot to ask me, you know, if I wanted the Hubaton or the leather gloves or some kind of gloves that he had, fingerless gloves. So I did miss out on him giving me a free item, but you know, he had messaged me twice and he was really nice about it. And yeah, like I said, so pretty much this video is just, you know, once again, like, Jeff's just really living up to his name, and you know, the respect that he has here on YouTube, and he has a lot of our respect. And you know, all his videos are very entertaining, whether or not they're being about knives or him eating. So yeah, pretty much. If you guys are interested in a Sharpmaker, I am selling the second one. Um, just because I don't need to. Just the fact that, you know, Cutlery Lover, I honestly did not think that I was going to end up being the one who got to purchase something from him. Like, in a way, you know, you guys know he's kind of the online celebrity, so that was kind of cool at first. I really honestly expected everything to sell out instantly, because the video was apparently only up for like 10 minutes when I first sent, you know, the message. I was shocked that nobody had asked for the Sharpmaker, especially with the ultra fine rods, you know, for that. So if any of you are interested in a Sharpmaker, I'll give you guys a shot first, but I'm probably going to end up putting this up on eBay or something. Maybe not Cutlery Lovers ones, because this one is much used. I have another one that's very new that I'll probably put up for sale since it's so lightly used, and this one is pretty aggressively used, and it shows. But alright, well, that's the end of this rant. Once again, you know, if Cutlery Lover or Jeff, if you ever get around to seeing this video, thank you. It's very generous of you, you know, to do such a good deal and whatnot. And I hope, you know, you get through those financial struggles. We all have them. And sometimes we have to part with things maybe we don't want to, or, you know, things that maybe you know you're going to get back later. And, you know, what goes around comes around. I believe in that philosophy anyway, so. That's the Spyderco Sharpmaker with the ultrafine rods from Cutlery Lover. Yeah, thank you once again, and yeah, that's there's not much more to it. I don't know what else I'm trying to spit out. Alright guys, take it easy.